Okay, guys, and welcome back. As you saw in the title, we're going to be doing the 2021 NHL Bracket Challenge. This year is going to be crazy. Great teams, great matchups. This is going to be one that I'll be looking forward to, definitely. So, let's get started. First one, Toronto versus Montreal. That's obviously going to be Toronto. They're just so deadly, and the Canadiens barely made the playoffs. Gotta say Toronto. I'm going to say 5 games because I think the Canadiens can squeeze out a win. Next one. This one's really similar. Oilers versus Jets. A deadly team versus a team that barely made it. I got to go with the Oilers. And I'm going to say 6 games because the Jets, they're just tougher competition. Wow, this next matchup is going to be crazy if it does happen. Leafs versus Oilers. This is so tough to predict. So many things, but I think the better overall rounded team with offensive defense has to be not the Oilers, the Leafs. They have so much more motivation. I think they're going to grind out and win it. Okay, the next one is, I think, one of the toughest to predict. The Penguins versus the Islanders. Islanders have such a good defense. Penguins, they have so much experience. I could really see this going either way. Whichever team that does win, I think it's going to be Game 7. I got to go with the Penguins on this one. More experience. It's going to be crazy. Game 7. Next one. Wow. Boston versus Washington. I have to go with Boston on this one. I just have to. Especially with the addition of Taylor Hall. Really not much explaining. Just, it's a gut feeling. So, Pittsburgh versus Boston. Both of these teams are so well-rounded. But I think the addition of Taylor Hall, the Bruins, they're just a bigger, harder, tougher team. And with Taylor Hall, I don't think the Penguins can stop them. Got to go with Boston on this one. Whew. This next one is going to be an absolute blowout. So, Colorado wins 5 games. They're just a Stanley Cup favorite, and they're going to win against St. Louis. Next, Vegas versus Minnesota. I'm going to go with Vegas on this one, even though it's going to be a close series. I think wait in a few years in the Wild, they're going to be a Stanley Cup, they're going to win the championship in a few years. I think they're that good, the Wild, but it's just not their year. And I'm going to say 6 games. Now this right here, Avalanche versus the Golden Knights. If this does happen, this would be the craziest match of the whole playoff bracket. So, this is so tough, but I have to go with my gut, and I'm gonna go with the Golden Knights. Kind of an upset. I don't know if you want to call it an upset, but I just think they're the better overall team. Offense, defense, big guys, hard hitting, great goalies. They want it more. It's hard to explain. It's just the gut feeling, you want it to happen too, because I'm kind of biased, but yeah. Okay, Carolina versus Nashville. I think Carolina's so deadly. They're definitely going to win this. And there hasn't been a sweep yet so far in my bracket. And if there was going to be a sweep, it would definitely be this matchup. So I'm going to go Carolina in 4 games. The next one, the Battle of Florida. It's never happened. They've never played each other ever in the playoffs. At least in the first round. So, it's the Lightning versus the Panthers. This is kind of foggy. We don't know we don't know if Kucherov's coming back. We don't know Stamkos, Hedman. It's tough, but I think the Lightning are going to pull it off. I really do. I don't know, the Panthers, they're just not that team. I don't see them winning. Lightning, they won the Cup last year. They're just too good to lose against the Panthers. I'm going to say 7 games. It's going to be really close. Next one, Carolina versus Tampa Bay. I think that's as far as Tampa Bay is going to go. They're barely going to stretch across the first round. They're going to lose to the Hurricanes. Hurricanes are just too good of a team to stop right now. And that's what I think. Got a NHL notification. Okay. Now, after those 4 mini brackets, the NHL will do reseeding. So, after all that, there will be 4 teams left. And the NHL will reseed them based on their regular season point totals. So, this bracket, automatically does it. So, here is the things. So, Golden Knights versus Bruins. I mean, this one is so tough. At the end of the day, this matchup, whichever team is tougher will win. There's so many big guys. These teams are just so tough, and they grind. I think it's whoever is more tough, whoever wants it more. I think the Golden Knights are going to win this one. It's going to be close, 6 or 7 game series. I mean, it could go either way. This next one, wow, this one. Whew. Toronto versus Carolina, oh my God. This one would be crazy. Both teams want it bad. Both teams are crazy with offense. I think whoever has the better defense is really going to win this. And I think the Leafs, more motivation, like I said earlier. And I think their defense is kind of better, in my opinion. So I think they'll get the win on this. And I think they're going to go to the finals. The next one, the Stanley Cup Finals. Vegas versus Toronto. This one is going to be so tough. Both of these teams want the cup so bad. Both of these teams are an offense powerhouse. But my 2021 prediction of the championship Stanley Cup Finals, it has to be the Golden Knights. And I think the Golden Knights are going to win the Stanley Cup Final. So people are going to think I'm crazy. I think they are going to win the Stanley Cup because I think they're the best team in the league right now. A great offense, a great defense, great goaltending. Even their backup is crazy. The Golden Knights, you just can't beat them. And they're physical, they grind, they have big guys. I think they're the best overall team. And I think if they do beat the Avalanche in the second round, there's a 99.9% chance of them winning the Stanley Cup, which I did predict to happen. And I really want it to happen, and I do think it might happen. And this is my prediction for the 2021 NHL Bracket Challenge. And then there's another thing we have to say, how many goals? I think this is going to be a 7-game series. Maybe 6 goals a game, 3-2. Oh, wait, that's 5. Around there. I think 41 goals should be a nice average. And that's it. Just make sure, comment down below who you think will win the Stanley Cup. And yeah, see ya.